Today I want to take a look at the iCUE LS100 by Corsair. Its main purpose in life is to extend RGB lighting from Corsair outside of the case. Its main selling point is that we'll synchronize the lighting to games and other media that are taking place on the screen. So let's get started. We'll go ahead and crack the box open. It's a fairly simplistic device. It shouldn't be a very long video, but let's take a look at it, see how it works. So it looks like you get the LS100 control device, USB cable, some attachment clips, looks like 4 extensions, some magnets, get the power adapter, and the light strips themselves. There's 4 total in this starter kit, and a starter kit setup guide in multiple languages. These are fairly flexible. Looks like you can attach those either with some sticky pads or magnets that are included. So this is the controller device. It really is about the same size as a Lighting Node Pro. In fact, for comparison purposes, I have some Lighting Node Pros left over. Get one out. There's a Lighting Node Pro there. I'd be curious. It probably is largely the same device, I would imagine. Just gives it the ability to synchronize. Obviously gives you the ability to put the lights outside. Alright, so the idea is that this is an external device. So it gives you a USB cable. Let's plug it in. And we'll connect up the power cable. Alright, so power cable, USB cable. Just use a little bit of tape here to secure that to the bench. Okay, we got all those connected, and the documentation actually shows it putting all 4 in parallel. So let's go ahead and let's do that, or in a series, I should say. So 2, we'll just keep connecting them up here. All right, so we just got all 4 of them running together. Okay, so now that we've got everything connected, and let's just recap. So we've got just a power connector, a USB connector going to your PC, and then just you've got 2 channels, channel 1, channel 2. So I've just put them in series here on channel 1, the short strip, long strip, short strip, long strip. So let's talk about the button here for a minute. This does have a hardware mode to it, so even if this is not connected to a PC and it just gets power to it, it does store a lighting scheme in it. But the button is basically just used simply to power off that mode. So you could use this independently of a PC while it's off, and you can power it back on, power it off. As simple as that. I'll show you in the iCUE software where you configure this hardware mode. It has some basic settings that you can put to it and store it in here. And I'll go ahead and overlay the iCUE software here. And you may or may not have other devices here. This is just set up on my laptop, so I don't have any other devices connected. Once you plug it in, this should detect your LS100 starter kit. You can go ahead and double click it. Then you go to lighting setup to begin. I do have a previous configuration here, but basically out of the box you're going to see no device connected. You're going to want to select what you have. So I only have channel 1 populated in this case. And so you have single monitor mode and dual monitor mode. What these mean is single monitor mode is going to use all 4 of these strips, the left, or the right, the left, and the top and the bottom. In the dual monitor mode is where you can add additional strips into this and go across the second monitor, obviously. So, and then external RGB light strips is you can put some of the other iCUE lighting strips onto these ports as well, and if that's what you have, then that's what you'll select. I'll show you that in a minute. I have one of the other Corsair lighting strips here. For this example though, you select single monitor mode. Just as a side note, to get the ambient synchronization effects, you do need to be in the monitor mode. And so that took a minute to figure out, and when you select just RGB strips, you will not get that. So single monitor mode, and then clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on which direction you lay them out. The documentation has you put the first strip up the right side as you're facing the back of the monitor, which I'll show you in a minute. So we'll go ahead and leave it like that, and then it shows the 4 strips here. So then we can go to lighting channel 1, and we can go ahead and start selecting the effects that you want. You click the little plus sign. It goes ahead and puts a rainbow wave here. We can delete that and then go ahead and change it. And you get a whole bunch of stuff, predefined ones. We won't go through all of them. You get the basic idea. If you've been looking at any of the Corsair products at all, you've seen some of this before. And these are just the same as any of the LEDs and the fans as well. Custom, this gives you the ability to just customize all sorts of different gradients and solid colors. I'm not going to go into that here, but you do have that ability here. The lighting link, these are going to apply to all Corsair iCUE controlled devices, so your fans, everything would pick up this particular lighting. These are no different. That's one of the advantages to these, is it takes those effects and can sync up external RGB lights with your PC, so that's one of the big draws of this particular product. So the other big selling point, maybe the main selling point, is the ambient lighting. And you get a couple of different options here. You get video lighting, which is exactly what you would think it would be. It's it syncs up to the different lighting. So as you can see there, as you move a window around, you get the different effects on there. I'll demonstrate that in a minute, maybe with a game or two on there, and we'll see how it looks. But you get the basic idea. The other effect that you get, video lighting, you get audio lighting, which gives you kind of the same effect, but it syncs up to audio.
Like, but I ran one strip across the front, another strip across the top, which I don't...
So you get the basic idea there. It's just the same. It's just another effect, but it cues up to audio. That might be kind of cool when you're watching some YouTube rock and roll videos or whatever your tastes are. I'm going to give that a try. Text appears to just be kind of a white background. That does not appear to do anything that I am aware of currently. Fireplace is exactly what you would think of with a fireplace. Kind of gives you that, just that ambient glow. You can of course speed up and slow down those particular effects. Borealis just kind of gives you that effect there. Again, you can speed that up, slow it down. We'll have to try those once you get the monitor installed and up against the wall, see how those look in this environment here. So that is basically it. That is the setup. That is what you're after, and very cool. Just a couple of side notes. I mentioned that you can add other RGB strips to this. So I do have one of the Corsair. This came from the Lighting Node Pro kit. We can go ahead and plug that in to channel 2, and then we can go back to lighting setup, and then for channel 2 we can put an external RGB light strip, and we can put one short strip, and then we can go ahead and we can select lighting channel 2, and then we can go ahead and apply a we don't want custom. We can go ahead and apply an effect to it, and it will play, as part of the visor or the lighting link as well. It does have some of the ambient lighting effects, like audio lighting is there.
I don't know that we can see. Then just another strip there across.
But it does not have the video. There is no video lighting selection there. So it does have fireplace and Borealis as well. So you get a couple of them, but you don't get the video one. So let's go ahead and I'll tear this down, and I'll get a monitor up on the bench and I'll show you what that installation looks like. Okay, so I've got the monitor out here. I'm ready to get this installed. it does come with these magnetic plates. And one side of it's sticky, which is meant to stick to your monitor, and then the other side sticks to the strip. Pretty simple enough. I kind of like that. It's easy to pull it off, easy to remove it, and you could reposition these if you need to. So the installation, the guide has you start on the right side of the monitor as you're facing the back. So you're going to put the controller, the documentation says to put it right here. That's where it shows it. This is kind of a curved back. Plus I've got cables coming out of this monitor already right in this vicinity. I really don't want a bunch of cables coming off right here. I'm trying to keep it clean. So I'm going to mount it right here and run my first extension down here, because I won't care really what it looks like in the back here. So I think the idea is to position these on the back. Like so. And then just kind of test our fit. And every monitor will be a little different. So I'm just simply going to remove the sticky side. Then I'm going to set it on there, just so I can use that as a guide to where I want them. So put that right there, position that. And of course these are all adjustable and removable. Alright, so we'll start with those two. And we'll just kind of get it centered up on here. Center it. And then those two pieces are kind of in place, and then it will stick there and you get a little bit of adjustment. Then work across the top. Okay, so I've got that installed on the back of the monitor. I've got the monitor all set up on the desk here, and I've just got some YouTube videos playing. This is a video I took of a K-pop concert down in Los Angeles. It's got lots of lighting, lots of colors in it, and you can kind of get an idea of how that looks. This wall that is behind my monitor is kind of a lighter gray color. I was a little bit concerned maybe that it wouldn't display very good on there, so it actually looks pretty good. It's kind of a subtle effect. I've got about 5 inches from the wall to the lights. This is on a stand. I don't have a monitor mount. That might improve it if you get a little bit closer. It really likes to display a lot of blue. It depends what's on the screen. There's not as much red and yellows in it as I had expected. Some of that may be due to the wall color that I have. I've got a poster board here that's white. I will set it up here so you can get an idea of what a white wall might look like as opposed to, you know, a darker color. So kind of set that back there, and you can kind of see that that gives you a little bit better effect almost than that gray wall. So there's some reds there. Well, there you have it, everybody. There's a quick review of the Corsair iCUE LS100 light kit. Overall, my impressions of it are very positive. It fits right in with the rest of the Corsair products that I have. The iCUE software controls it nicely. The only issue I had was I had to reinstall the iCUE software when I put this on, but I think that was more a problem with my workstation than anything. The synchronization effects generally are very well done. It's not perfect. You know, on a black wall it doesn't look all that great. On my gray wall it looks good. White will probably even look even better. Not every piece of media that I've thrown at it looks perfect, but I miss it when it's not there. and the accent lighting overall just blends right in with the rest of the system. So if that's what you're after and the price tag is not an issue for you, go for it. If all you're after is some accent lighting for the back of your monitor and you don't care about the synchronization effects, or you're not maybe invested in the Corsair ecosystem, there are cheaper options for you out there aside from this. But I really do enjoy the Corsair products. These are not sponsored videos. I've just purchased these because I think they look cool. If you're gonna mess with RGB lighting, the only reason to do it is because it looks good. And so these look the best. They're a little more expensive, but that's my opinion on it. I'll leave some affiliate links in the description below. If you like these videos, go ahead and like and subscribe. I really enjoy making them, and I've got a couple of other ideas. I've got a couple other little products I'm going to do some videos on, so keep an eye out for those. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's helpful to you. And again, that's it for now. I appreciate it. Thanks.